Hello?
Sir?
Yeah, what it is you got?
Can you go back over like chapter 4?
All right, what in chapter 4?
Oh, I was trying to figure out like what I got wrong on my assignments, like why I got it wrong.
Oh, okay. What kind of messages I sent to you?
One check.
And what assignment was it?
Oh, program 1, the first program.
Read what the program said, the instructions.
The instruction. I'm looking for it. Write a C++ program that asks the user to enter the monthly cost for the following expenses incurred from operating your automobile: loan payment, insurance, gas, oil, tires, and maintenance. The program should then display the total monthly cost of these expenses and a projected total annual cost of these expenses. Label each cost. The labels should be left aligned and have a column width of 30 characters. The cost should be aligned right and displayed with 2 decimal places with a column width of 15. If the yearly total is greater than $1,000, add 10% of the yearly total to the yearly total.
All right. So just listening to it, what type of header files you gonna need in your program? We're gonna need our stream because we're inputting and outputting. What else we gonna need? We need to do our formats of our decimals, and we need to do our column width. So what header file is needed for that?
The IOS map.
IO man IP. See,
Yeah, IO man IP.
yes, you gotta know that the CMAT is only used for like the functions in math, like tangent, cotangent, power, square root, etc. Right? So you got to know that. All right. So number one, it said what? That you're gonna have some categories, right?
All right.
That you got to input. Now, what some people did was they just inputted the values and just calculated and output the tax, whatever, the total tax and the yearly total in taxes and the amount. once you read in the data, you could read in the data however you want it. You could have the prompt and then read on the next line, the prompt, read on the same line. That wasn't the issue. The issue was the output needed to be outputted in a format where you had the column width and the for each one and the decimal specifications. So what happens is we'll do it because I kind of did part of this before. And also another thing in the program was that you needed to determine if the yearly total was greater than 1,000, then you had to calculate a percentage, calculate some percentage and add that to get a grand to the yearly total to get a grand total. All right. So that was another thing. So
this is the program 1, right?
Correct. Right.
Because I don't know what I did on that, but you gave me a flat 0. And
all right. What did I tell you? What was the explanation? Go to the comments.
You said it didn't have a semicolon.
Oh, now this is the thing. 192. You turn programs with me. You turn programs in with errors. So high, whatever. I'll give you points for effort. 193, you turn in a program with errors in it. It's like you don't even care. If you understand where I'm coming from.
Well, no.
A program with errors? Huh? You should at least have a program with some kind of output.
It did have output.
Huh?
It had output.
And what I said, didn't have a semicolon where?
It didn't have a semicolon.
It was at the end of a certain statement. And I don't know what compiler gonna run without a semicolon at the end of that statement.
It was in an if statement.
In a what?
In one of my if statements.
No, but it was. Let me see something. Let me go back. I can pull up
after the grand total. After
right.
The if statement for my grand total.
So you telling me your program gave you output even though you had either grand total is equal to this time this or whatever, or see out grand total without a semicolon?
Now, it may not have been exactly what I was looking for, but...
No. Listen to what I'm saying. I think we talked about this at the beginning of the semester. A compiler will not give you any kind of a program will not compile if it has syntax errors in it. Now, what can happen is if you have a program that was previously ran, like say normally within Visual Studio, what you use, Online GDB or Visual Studio?
Online GDB.
Right. Oh, it wouldn't work because any program with an error in it, with a syntax error, you won't get it won't compile. Just will not compile. It's gonna give you an error. But let me go to
No.
Don't go to it?
No, not on here.
Oh, okay. You don't want me to open it. All right. Okay.
You continue where you left off.
Oh, I can continue. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now, first of all, when you're looking at a program, you want to really understand what it's doing, right? All right. And one thing in that is knowing, like I say, what header files you're gonna need. Like I say, you need to use the Owlman IP. We need IO stream, input output. We're not using any math functions. We're not doing anything else special. So another thing, or second thing would be, okay, what variables do I need to create and the data types? Are there any constant variables that I may need? One of them was the taxes, right? So I could have did this const int tax is equal to, and not int, it would be float. What was the taxes in that program?
10%.
How many?
10.
10%.
10%.
Oh yeah, 10%. All right, 0.1. All right. So semicolon. Now, so that'll be constant. All right. But then I need to know all the other variables that I may have. I'm gonna do 3. All right. One of them was and I'll do float because we're doing dollar amount. I'll say gas, oil, and what's another short? And I'll say what was another one?
Tires?
Tires. All right. All right. And then okay, so that's some of the categories, right? But then we also had what? Our unknown variables, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What are the unknowns?
Insurance, wasn't it?
Well, no, I'm just doing 3.
The monthly total, the grand total.
Monthly,
Yeah.
monthly total,
Yearly total and the grand.
yearly, and what?
The grand.
And I could put tax just in case, because remember the tax, you got to display the percentage of the tax amount, right?
Yes, sir.
I'll put taxes and then what? Grand, right? So those are the unknowns. Those are the ones that we have to what? Compute, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I told you to actually input them, make sure your labels are descriptive. So I could do C out, please, and depend, like I said, I'll just do this. And I could say monthly cost for gas, and I'll just say please enter gas amount, but I'm gonna just use this gas amount. All right. And now semicolon CN right, gas, because that's it. C out. I gotta tell you, these in the oil amount. Right, that's my variable, correct? Then C
Right.
out. Okay, so now that's my input, but you had several inputs, correct?
Correct.
You had several that you had to do the C out, CN, C out, CN, C out, CN. Once your data is inputted into the computer, now you can go ahead on and calculate what? My monthly total, right? What is the formula for calculating a monthly total? I mean, not a monthly, my monthly total.
Your monthly was wait, I gotta go back to the program. The monthly was the total of the gas, oil, and tires.
Correct. And you had more, but we just have these. So monthly would be what? Equal to gas plus oil plus tires, right? So now I've calculated the monthly. Now I need to calculate the what?
Yearly.
The yearly. What's the formula for calculating the yearly?
Yearly is monthly times
12, right?
Right. How many months in a year?
12.
Right, 12. So right? Right, class? Come on now.
Yeah.
All right. Then now, once we do that, we cannot just calculate taxes. What did I read that last statement? Either the last two sentences in the assignment. What did it say? What the last? Read it out loud. The last two sentences.
Hold on, let me go.
It says,
If
label each cost. The labels should be left aligned and have a column width of 30 characters.
Okay. But then, well, go one
going.
before where it says if.
Okay, if the yearly total is greater than $1,000.
All right. So if what? Yearly is greater than 1,000. You understand? Now that, and then I'll do my curly braces. Right, class?
Right.
I need to do something. So read it out. Continue, Mr. Amala. If yearly,
If it's greater than $1,000, add 10% of the yearly total to the yearly total.
all right. So what that formula would be?
I put if yearly is greater than 1,000, right?
Right, but I'm saying now, what if it's true? What you gonna do?
Take the yearly and add taxes to it.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
No. Because if you look at the output that I gave you, I wanted you to calculate the taxes and output what the taxes are. So you got to look at the output. You can't just calculate the taxes. Calculate the grand total. If you go back and look at the assignment, and I gave you that sample output. Well, you had the different categories. You had the monthly total, yearly total. Then you had what? Percent, 10%. And then you had to tell whether it was zero, whether it was whatever, based on what? If it was greater than 1,000. And then your grand total. Right?
Right.
All right. So taxes would equal to what? If it's greater than 1,000, would be what? Yearly, right? Times what? Tax.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Get you that 10%. Correct? That amount. Right?
Right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Huh? Remember we made that constant variable up here? Tax. Remember that?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Right. So taxes is equal to yearly times tax, right? But now what we can do, we don't have to. We'll leave it like this. But then what? We can use an else statement, right? Else, what?
Tax.
Taxes is equal to what?
0, right?
Bam, is equal to 0. So now this little part here calculated what taxes is. So now we need to calculate our grand total. So what our grand total would equal to?
We're going to equal to yearly plus percent, right? Tax, right?
Yearly plus what?
Tax.
Plus
Taxes.
what? Taxes. Because remember, taxes 10% or 0.1, but taxes is the yearly time 0.1, right?
Okay.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So now we've calculated all that. Now we need to output our data. That's when you do the what? The set column, the set width, and also the set precision, right? So what we can do here, being that we have the our man IP already, we could do the set precision to 2, but we could do what? Fixed, let's see, fixed and set precision to 2. So what that does, any number, because all the numbers we printing are what? Are decimal, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So we set that, and that's set until the end of the program, or until we change the set precision value, correct?
Yeah.
So now all we need to do is do what? See out what? And what we need to do? Set. Well, let's do this first. I'll do this. Just a new line, new line. All right, just do new line. Ah. All right. What did I do? All right. So now, here we're going to do what? Set W to what? 30, right?
Yes, sir.
And what we need? What else we need to set?
Left.
Right.
To left, because this is our labels. If you look at the output, the labels are left aligned, right? So left, and then what we doing? Outputting what? Whatever we want to output. The first one, gas, right?
Yes. Yes,
Correct. And then what? We want to output what? Well, set W, right? Set W to what?
Oh no, 15, right?
15. And then what? Right. And then what? It's gas, right. And
I don't get that.
What? What you don't get?
That CL statement, that line. You see,
This says I want to set up 30 columns. And whatever I print, I want to align it to the left, and I want to output gas starting at the first position on the left. Then on that same line, I'm gonna set a column width of 15. But in them 15 columns, I'm gonna start from the right, and I'm gonna output the variable gas that has what? A format of 2 decimal places. So all my decimals gonna line up.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, then I'll do the next one. What's the next one? See out what? Set look, set W, because you have the format, set W. And I think the left can go either before or after, I think. I think it can go before or left again, and then this would be oil. And then set W, and then 15, and what? Right again, and then we output the actual oil, and then inline again. And then the third one, set W. So we just being consistent, right?
Yes, sir.
I don't want this stuff to keep showing up. And then this would be what? Tires. 15. All right, so now that's the values that we inputted. Now we need to output what? Our monthly cost. So we just pretty much following what? The same format. So what I can do, but like I said, when you do a copy and paste, you got to be careful at what you're doing. All right, so set W30, okay, left. And this would be what? The monthly total, right?
Right.
All right. And then set W15, right? And this would be monthly. Correct? Then we need to come back again. Paste. And this time we're going to do what? Yearly total. And our variable for that was yearly. All right. So all of them got pretty much the same format. Then now we want to find out output our what? Taxes, right? And I just said 10%, right? And then this would be taxes, right? And then this would be This would be our what? Grand total, correct? Grand total, and this would be grand. All right. So this is basically what the program should have done. All right. So and basically how it was written. Input the values, calculate, do your calculations, do your if logic here, do your calculation for your grand, and then output your data. All right. So when we run it, hopefully I got out all the errors. All right. Inner gas amount. So if I put in $10, well, let's say I put in 5, 5, 5, and 5. All right. Look what happened here. See here? See how this is a line? This is a column of 30, which is somewhere up here. This is a column with the 15. But look, our decimal places, everything I print out have what? 2 decimal places. Everybody see that? But what? 5 plus 5 plus 5 gives us what? Monthly total of 15. 15 times 12, the yearly total is 180. All right? Now, then is 180. Then you got 180 is not greater than 1,000. So what? 10% is 0, and the grand total is 180. But like I said, you always test for all conditions. Run it again. I'll put 100, 100, and 100. Now look what happens. Okay, 100, 100, 100 is 300. 300 times 12 is 3,600. 3,600 is greater than 1,000, so we need to get the 10%, which is $360. $360 added to 3,600 is $3,960. Right?
Sure.
Question?
No question.
No question.
No.
I guess
Yeah, what you got?
Place wrong.
Huh? You did what?
Oh, me, I just looking over that I placed them wrong for like I put left instead of set W31st. So I was just looking over the coding that I did.
Oh, okay. Right. All right.
I not to cut this program off or anything, but
Okay.
I had questions about program 3 whenever you're ready to move on to that.
Okay. So anybody have questions? Question about 2? I want to get to 3.
I mean, if you're going over them, that you'll probably answer my question. I can't call it out. I don't know what I did wrong. So
With what one?
program 3.
Okay. So what about 2? Straight?
Yeah.
Same for me. I just had like wrong decimal places.
Oh, that's what I told her for you?
Yeah, for me, like wrong decimal places. I forgot to
Yeah,
set
you probably didn't set them at all. Yeah, you probably didn't have them set at all.
Yeah, like not set precision or fixed. I didn't set that
Right.
part.
Remember, set precision by itself, without mentioning fixed, does the significant digit.
Oh, okay.
That's all it does is the significant digit. But when you do set precision along with fixed, now you're dealing with the decimal portion. How many decimal places you want to show?
Okay.
Remember we talked about that in class?
Yes, sir. I just keep
Oh,
on
boy.
everything.
Oh, my header function, really?
Yeah, hey, I told y'all every program that I give, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, new
Nah.
header.
It's in there though, right?
What it said.
Header.h.
It said header function never called. It's in there.
Right. Okay. No. Well, but look, let me show you. Okay, so I'll do this. I'll create a header. This I'll say upon include Iowa string, and then I'll go say void head, and then I'll just say C out.
I'm just
missing the L on include.
Huh?
Missing an L and pound include.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then I need to do my using namespace. All right, okay. All right, so now, and I'm gonna just put some stuff in here. T.
Why?
How?
What's that? What is that for?
No, I'm just designing it. I'm just, just see out. Uh,
In the Air Force, if we forgot something that we learned earlier on in training,
what they do?
they would make you work extra hours. They would
To
they would
make
take away your
sure,
time. Yeah.
make sure you don't forget again.
It works.
Right. It doesn't work. Everybody else going on the weekend or whatever, and you down doing stuff. Yep. And I'm gonna just create a box. I'm not gonna put anything in it, but I'm just showing you that it can stuff, So you can do this. Yep. Yeah, that does tend to get your attention. Did a paste.
It's not pasting.
Yeah, it did, but I messed up. All right, so say I just have this. All right, so I know that when it comes up, hey, I see this now, Mr. What's your name, Mr. Who is that?
Robinson.
Mr. Robinson. What's your first name?
James.
All right. If I do this now, I run my program. What's gonna happen? Will it pull that information?
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No, because I need to do what? I need to call or what?
The header with
Right.
head.
So just putting a header file here, that doesn't do anything, right?
Yes, sir.
Doing this, I'm gonna just get the same results. But I need to what? Have the header file loaded, and then I need to call the function head or whatever name that the function is. Now when I run it, you're gonna see that information first. See what I'm saying? Oh, what did I do? Oh, I did inline. That's what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my fault. No, wait. Oh, this. Yeah, I copied this. I need to stop it. I'm a stickler for making it look somewhat good. All right. So now I'm running. So you get that, and then the same thing. So you should get the header file by calling that function. Some people don't even send the file, take points off. And I told you at the beginning of the semester, 4 to 5 points off top. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And y'all should know how to do that should be down pat now, because we done did about 10, 12 programs, right?
It's down packed. It's just like that was a mix up.
Forget. Yeah, okay. All right. So now, what other program?
Chapter 3.
Number 3,
right?
All right, read that program out loud.
Okay. Load up. Come on. Write a C++ program that would allow a user to enter a number between 10 and 30. If the number is outside the range, output an invalid number has been entered.
All right, hold up.
In the program.
Hold up. Now it says what? Between, right?
Yes, sir.
Between, right?
Yes, sir.
Between, right?
Enter between 10 and 30.
It's 10 between 10 and 30?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Oh, it's 10.
Right.
between
It's not in between 10 and 30.
Yeah, I
between 10
understand.
and 30.
Remember, we talked about that in class.
Yeah, you got me.
11 to 29.
Right. So look at this. So I told you to input a number. So let's say we do this, and we're gonna try to move it little by little so you understand. Because remember, I went over this part of the logic before I extended the date. All right. So I'll say int. Int. I'll say number. All right. Right. Then what? See out. Oh, not yeah. See out. And enter a number between 10 and 30. All right. Now, like I said, between means 10 is not included and 30 is not included. Give an example. If say Mr. Singleton was in a line in the front of the line and Mr. Robinson was at the end of the line. And I told you to pick out a person in between Mr. Singleton and Mr. Robinson. Would you pick Mr. Singleton or Mr. Robinson? Right. So you understand? So the between part. All right. So now, see out, and then we do a CN number. All right. Okay. Now, the thing is, we can input the number, and this is what I'll do. I'll do if, and what our logic should say. If what?
If number, see, if number is greater than 10 and
not greater. Well, let's put it, and we can do that. If number is greater than 10
and number is greater than 30, that's what I put on my
greater than 30.
Well, where were you?
No, less than. I'm sorry, less than.
Yeah, where
less
were you
than.
going with that? Because
You want to start with
sorry.
the
and if there's another way, what is it?
you want to start with the invalid number has been entered.
Right, and see that's what I say. Work with the true false where you want to find out if number is, well, you can even, if number is less than 10, all right, and number is greater than, well, less than or equal to, right?
Yeah.
That's what I did at first.
And greater and equal to, correct?
Can you use or you have to use and?
Oh yeah, this one you'd have to use or, because if it's less than or greater than, right? But the inclusive would be and,
right.
Correct?
Right.
But when we do it this way, so now, if the number is less than or equal to 10, or the number is greater than or equal to 30, what we want to do? What?
If it's less than or equal to 10, invalid number's been entered. See out, invalid number has been entered. And then
right.
Close the program.
Right. So that'll be that, right? Now I would have somewhat written it a little bit different, because I would have done the true part first and let the else be the false part, but it doesn't matter. All right? Else, then you want to do what? Do something here, correct?
Yes, sir.
So if this is true, it's going to do this and then can exit out the whole program, correct?
Yes, sir.
Everybody understand that? So let's run this and actually see what happens. So, because we could test this part. We'll have to try to write the whole, what happened here? Function, something about a function. Before the token, yeah. Oh, inline, me and them semicolon. All right, so we run this. Okay, we put in a 1. It should say invalid number has been entered and in. Some people, what they did, they had their logic so to where it says, you enter whatever invalid number, the number you entered was this, the calculations is this. So it's still calculated after they entered an invalid number. So what happened, the logic was wrong, all right? And like I say, that's why it's important to have this if logic. You got this if, this else. So I know this the else part. So now, else what? Continue on with the program. I mean, with the reading of the program.
Else, then, wait, he reading the program.
All right, invalid. If the number is inner number between 10 and 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
If the number is between 10 and 30, keep on reading that.
Oh, if a valid number has been entered, allow a
All
user
right.
to enter a code.
All right, so now here. So now inside of this logic here, you would have what? See out.
Oh.
Right.
Enter a code.
Right. Enter. All right. So here. So you're entering a code. Now, CN, and I need to do what? I need to create my variable, correct?
The char, right?
Right. And so I'll go up, and now I can do what? Show code. Right? Now,
Sir.
so if I enter a valid number, now I'm coming into here to where what? I can enter a code. Now, I cannot go outside of this because what? I'm still in this else logic for if it's true. So I need to expand that to what? Put everything I need to put in here. Everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. So everything I'm doing in here is going to be that else logic if it's a valid number. All right. So, and I think that's where some people get mixed up. They'll say, okay, my curly brace in here, so I'm gonna go out here and start continuing code. No, all of this is the else. If this number is valid, all of this is the else. Now I need to enter the code. Now I need to do what? What else? What else it say? Enter code, then do what?
If an invalid code is entered, output an invalid code has been entered.
All right, now, so now you need another what? If else. If you understand how you read that, if an invalid code has been entered, you output what? An invalid code has been entered. Else, you got to do some calculations. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
So I need to do what? If what?
If
code is what? Equal to what? A?
A or
and or R?
Or
right, because it can be either one. Or what?
Code equals B.
Equals B, right? Or
code equals C.
Code equals C. All right? Now, if that's true, then I want to do something here, correct?
Yes, sir.
Else what? You understand? You see what's happening? See how I'm building this inside of this other else logic?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So else, open this, else, see out.
Invalid code has been entered, right?
Correct. All right. So now, let's stop here. I'll bring this up a little bit more. But see how everything is aligned here? This else have a if, I mean the true part, then the else part. This else, if has a true part, and all of this, everything in here is the else part. All right? So we should be able to run this part. So let's run this. We run this. All right, enter a number. If I enter invalid number, it's going to exit, right? We did that
Mhm.
part. Let's input a valid number. Say we
15.
input 15, all right? All right. All right, now input a valid code. Let's put input a code, A, B, or C. Let's put in a code. Let's say we put in C. Well, not C. Let's put in an invalid one. Say U. What should happen?
Invalid code.
Bam. Invalid code has been entered. The program ends. You got me? But the thing is, like I said, you got to be able to understand when you're doing these ifs and else and how they set up, because otherwise, like I said, you're gonna forever run into a whole lot of issues. All right, when you're writing your code. So now, looking at this, so we have the false logic for our number. We have the false logic for our code. But if the code is valid, now what we need to do?
Now we need to put if.
All right. Read the instructions.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
No, but I understand. But go ahead and read it.
Then using the value 28.82 is number.
Stop.
If the number
You heard what you said? Using the value what?
of 28.82.
Some people just use the value that was inputted. Like if a person inputted 11, right, and it was A, they added 5 to it to get 16. That wasn't the problem. The problem said using the value what? 28.82. So if they enter 11 and they entered the letter A, it should have been 28.82 plus 5. Everybody understand that?
Yes.
If they would have entered 22 and they would have entered the letter B, they should have added 10 to 28.82. If they would have put the letter C, they should have added 100 to 28.82. Everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
All
See
right.
it now. I originally thought you were. This is how wild I was. I originally thought that you were trying to get the decimal value for the character.
No. Yeah.
And so I had to transfer the character. It was I made it work, but like it's incorrect. But I see it now.
Right. Right. So what's that if logic? Okay, if it's false, do the invalid code has been entered. But if it's true, do what? If it's A,
code equals A, and num is greater than 10.
all right. And look what I'm doing. And num is what? Greater than what?
Greater than 10. Oh, I forgot the my curly brackets. Parentheses. I forgot to put the parentheses.
Right. You need to do this because you're doing it in number what? Greater than 10 and
num is less than 20.
Right. You understand? So now it's gonna do that number part, then it's gonna give me a and for that when it's all and, so it's no problem. So if that's the case, what I'm gonna do?
Put A. That's why I put A.
No, we need to have another like say we need to do number and we need to do total. Or just do total, right? Well, we could have also done this. What that is, const, int, and what was that? Val. We just say val is equal what? 28.82.
Yeah, that's I just put
all right.
Int val.
Right. So now, so what here? So if that's the case, then we want it to what? Say total is equal to what? Val plus 5, right?
Yes, sir.
And that would give us that. And then we can what? Output what?
See out code is equal to
code and what? And code. Not A, but because like I say, you use the variable, use the actual variable. Code A, and what else? The code and the value, right? Number and the value, or just what?
Um, I end up what I did was just put A equals val plus 5. That's what I do it for my.
Nah, see, and that's what I was saying. It's not val, right? Not A though. Well, A would be a variable though. You understand?
Yes,
and
sir,
I use total. But what I'm saying is you could use total for each three conditions.
Oh, okay.
You got what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Right. But because there you got to create a variable called A, create a variable called B, create a variable called C, right?
Yeah, that's what I end up doing. Yes, sir.
Right. And then inline. So this one gonna just print out code, and then I'll just say total. All right. So we have that, and then it's gonna end, right? But this time in this code, we don't. We need to do a what?
Else if.
Right. Correct. Else if. Correct. Because we only want to do this if the first one don't hold true, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So else if what?
Else if code equals B.
Equals B, two equals.
And?
Right.
Yeah.
Number what? Greater than 19.
Yes, sir.
And
less than 30.
Right. And normally, look, you could have made this pretty much simpler because what? We know that what? Number is what? Is already what? Greater than 10. So all you had to do ask if number was less than what? Right, less than 20. Correct? But this just asking if it's between those two, right? But you didn't have to do a compound. Same thing here. If number is what? Greater than what? 19. Because we done checked to see what? Less than. Because it ain't going to fall in here until it's what? It's less than 30. But
why is this still under that else statement if this could be a whole nother if statement itself?
Right here, this one?
The if statement above it.
This one?
Yeah.
Why is it a whole nother one?
Why isn't it?
Right?
Like,
we're talking about asking if this and then ask if this?
You still have it all under that one else statement, remember?
Right, yeah, because that's the true part. The valid number. The number is valid. So if the number is valid, we need to check to see if it's an A. We need to check to see the B and the C. Because if it's an A, we need to find out what's the number range and we need to do something. If it's a B, we need to still check the number range so we can do something. If it's C, we need to check the number range and do something. So that's why we need to do it, because the number is a valid number. And this is the section for all the valid number. See, here we say invalid numbers was in it, and we end it. But being that the number is valid, we said if the number was between 10 and 20, and the code was A, we doing something. But if the code was B, and the number was between 20, between 19 and 30, we doing something. And then if it was C and the number was between 19 and 30, we doing something else. That's why we got all these under them, because if we doing something based upon that number being valid. You understand? Look, if number is less than or equal to 10 or number greater than equal to 30, it's invalid. But if it's not, if it's 11 through 29, now we need to input a code. And then if that code is A and the number is a valid number, but that number is 11 through 19, we want to add 5. If that number, if the code is B and the number is 20 through 29, we want to add 10. And then we're going to have to add another one. If it's C and the number is between 19 and 30, then we add 100. And then we exit it out because we got the valid codes here. You got it, Mr.
Yeah.
Robert? Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, because all that's going to be your logic to find out what you're going to add to that value or to get that added value. 10, 5, 10, or 100. All right? So if code is equal to B and number is greater than 19 and number is less than 30, we pretty much somewhat doing the same thing here. But like I said, when you copy, make sure you make the changes, because when you start trying to output something and you're getting a duplicate output and you don't know where it's coming from, that makes it real, real tough. All right? So, I'll just go ahead. All right. So else if that is that, val is equal to that plus 10, and then we can still see our code and we can see out that. All right? So this would be the same, but we just have to change this to 10. Then we need to ask what? Else if, right? Correct?
Yes,
All right. Else if, all right? And then, like I said, what I'll do, I'll take this, because it's basically the same. All right, and we have to change this to a C. And then what? I should have copied all of it. And this comes here. All right. All right. Oh, I messed up. All right. So, no, that don't go there. It comes out to here. All right. So here, notice what? This else for this is for the valid code. If the code is valid, we doing all, or this should be 100, my fault. See, that's what happens when you copy it. So if the code is valid, we want to check that, else check that, else if check that. All right. But if it's not valid, we output invalid code and we end in the program. Right?
I thought, yes, sir, but I thought it was in else invalid criteria for the last.
Oh, yeah. Well, right. Yeah, we'll do it. The else go here. Yeah, we didn't finish reading it. Yeah. Then we do what? Else, right? And then what? See out.
Yeah.
You understand? Because it's going to check each one of those. It falls through any one of those. If it's neither one of those, you don't do another else if. You just do an else, right? Because remember when we
confusing.
Huh?
I said very confusing.
Right, but that's the if. It's nested. It's nested if. Yeah. All right. Right. And like I said, this is a small part. Many times you write code based on the company. If the person has a degree and if they work 2 years in the industry, if they have a family, if they whatever, if they make more than whatever. So man, sometimes you have all kind of components that you have to test against just to get some results. And like I say, this is just a small taste of it. All right? So let's run it. All right, I think we got everything. We got the invalid criteria, right? So let's run it. So we check for invalid, and hopefully I got all my errors out. Nope, whatever. before what? Oh, parentheses. My parentheses. All right, let's see. I got that one. I missed that one in the first
right.
one.
Mr. Sylvester, right there. What is the significance? Like, why do you have to put? I see you're moving from a. Is it because you're moving from? Are you comparing a chart and a variable?
You don't have to.
Okay.
What happened? Yeah, what happened? Remember I told you we really don't have to do what greater than 10 because we already checked that. So all we needed to put was code equal A and code less than 20.
Right, but
that's all we needed. Because what? We know that it is greater than 10 because that allowed us to fall in the loop.
For sure, I see it.
Right. So all I did, I just grouped this because it's comparing this to this, that range. You understand?
Right.
So let it do that range first, and then move to that A. And if it's all true, then continue. You know, you understand?
I'm following.
Yeah. All right. So what else it said? Let's run it. Let's see if we have it. Okay. So now, give me a number or something.
20.
20. And let's put the letter A in here. What we should get?
Invalid code, right? Invalid criteria.
Right. See, invalid criteria. Because what? We checked to see if it's A and if the number was greater than 10 and less than 30, right? It wasn't that. Then it went to the if it's B and whatever, didn't do that. If C, whatever, didn't do that. So what? Else invalid criteria. You got that, Mr. Robinson? See how I had to go through all those just to give me this output here. All right? Because you got to have all that in there or it won't work. Why did it go to a new line? Where's the what I'm input? 10, where's that here? Oh, that's why I'm gonna take this off and put semicolon. All right, so let's run it again. All right, run it again. All right. Mm-hmm. So let's say, give me a number. That's hard. How much? What?
19.
Okay, then 19. All right. What? Give me a letter.
B.
All right. Now, B. All right. What did I do? Oh, I see. I didn't space. I put a B. So what should be the output?
Output should be code B and total is
38.28, right?
Yes, sir.
So B. Oh, wait. Oh, it said 19.
Oh, greater.
Greater. Right.
Greater.
Right. All right. We brain cramping. Okay. So let's put 20. I'll put 20 and then we say B. See? Total might be in.
I don't get that. What just happened?
I had total as integer.
It must be float, right?
Yeah.
What happened with the 19?
All right. With 19, we gonna go to the program. With 19, look what it said here. If A is what?
Is I'm sorry, yeah.
Well, greater than 10. And what we had 19 or 20?
20.
No, we had
19 at first.
We had 19 or we had 20?
20 for
Wait, for the first one?
Yeah, the first one had 19.
Oh, we had 20 for the first one.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And then we came back and put 19. Let's check it. We'd always check it. I think we had 20 though. Ooh. Oh, that's because this float total, this gotta be semicolon. All right, because I made total float. All right, so I think we had 20 first. And then if we have 20, 20 is not less. And we had what, A, right? No, B.
B.
Right. No. Oh, we had 19. See, for B, 19 is invalid. Look for B. B has to be greater than 19. Where's B? Right here. See, for B, it had to be greater than 19. See here? Right. So that's what that was. B had to be greater than 19. Why didn't it?
Input the decimal places, right?
No, it didn't. It's still printing out 38. And what was this? Oh, because I made this in. Somebody did that too. That should be float. And that's why I say about checking for errors and whatnot. Sometimes people just turn in program. All right. So now when I run it again, I should have put a space. Stop that. I'm just a stickler for making it hopefully look right. All right. So let's put say 20, and then we put B. Now we should get what? 38.82. Right. See here? Run it again, and we make it C. We'll say 25, and we make it C, and that should be 128.82. We run it again, and we'll make it A, and we'll make it like 18 or 19, because either one, come on. We'll say 18. And we do A, and it's going to be by 5, which is 33. Now, questions? Questions?
No,
That's
I
pretty
think
much
it's something about decimal place again. I keep forgetting about the float, the constant float. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, look, float here. Yeah, float, and then float total. Question: if I wanted to, we just talked about loops. I wanted this program to continuously run till I type in. I wanted to prompt me to type in a Y to continue. How would I do that?
It was earlier, and well, I was late. But it was like for a while, loop, wasn't it?
Yeah, while loop. So what with a while loop, you got to have your starting point, right?
Yes, sir.
So I could say choice, if I could type, is equal to Y, right? It's a char, got to be in single quotes. My logic is starting here, correct?
Sure.
Right? For my repetition logic, right? It's starting here where I'm saying enter a number between whatever. That's why I want to start back every time I run this, do this code, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So here I would start off with while choice is equal to Y. Now, remember, and then I need to do my curly braces. Where should my curly brace start? From the beginning of here. Where should they end? Where should it end?
At the end of the first else, right?
All the way down here. Because I'm trying to, you got what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Because I want to perform all of this until choice is anything other than Y.
Correct.
Everybody see that?
Yes, sir.
Correct.
You got to understand that that's how computer science works. Now let me see if I can tab this stuff over, because I want to make sure I indent right so you can see what's going on. All right. So I'm gonna do a tab. All right, yeah. So everything tabbed over. So for this while, everything, even the what, invalid, whatever, all that's in that while loop. Everybody see that?
Yes, sir.
So you see how confusing the program could have been if I'd have told you to put in a while loop, right? To do it over and over and over. And like I said, program it, but we still not finished, because right at the end of the while, now we need to say what? See out. Right? Do you want to continue or whatever? What type? We'll say, and I'll put it in single quotes. Type Y to continue. All right? And then I'll do CN what? Choice. You understand? So what happened is it'll stop, prompt me to type in Y. If I type, or whatever, if I type in Y, it's going to go all the way back to the while loop and say, what? Is choice equal Y? Yes, it is. It's going to perform it. If I put in at the end any other character than Y, When they go back to the top and it asks if choice is equal to Y, it's no, it kicks out infinity. So let's run it. All right? So let's see how it works. I spell it wrong. I put a D. CHOID. Boy, I tell you.
The first one, right?
Yeah, the very first one. All right. So let's run it. All right, so enter a number, all right, between 10 and 30. All right, say I'll put in 12. All right, I'll put in C. What should I get?
Invalid criteria.
Invalid criteria, and what after that?
Type Y to continue.
Correct. Type Y to continue. Type Y. You see?
Yes,
And another one, 22. A character. I'll do B. What should I get?
Sorry.
38.28, right? Correct?
Real estate.
Huh? I can't hear you.
Do you do this to like students' programs to check their work, like, or do you just keep running like online GDB? Do you just keep compiling, or do you stay in the like do you add on to the do you create a loop to stay in there like you personally?
Sometimes it just depends.
Right.
If it's time, if it saves me time, yes, I'll go in there and put it. Otherwise, I'll just go run it, keep running, right?
Right.
Yeah, it just depends. But you understand how see how flexible it makes your program where you don't have to keep click run, okay, then click run. You have that loop, and it just continues on.
Right.
Now I'm gonna show you another thing. I think I showed it to y'all, which helps, but it all depends on the operating system you're in. I know that we're dealing with what operating system? Linux and Unix, right? So, let me get out of it the right way. So it says what? Type Y or whatever to continue. So what I'll do, I'll put in any other character. I'll put in an E, and it finishes. So I can do this. I can say system clear. Now, clear is a command, all right? Clear is a command that actually clears your screen. I don't know if anybody ever used DOS. DOS was an online command line, not online, but a command line prompt that you can type different commands. And CLS was the clear command. So if you did dir, let me show you. If you did something like this, okay, I'm gonna do CMD. All right, this is the old DOS window. And if I did dir, it'll give me something. If I do CD documents, all right, it say can't find. But anyway, but if I wanted to wipe all that off of that, I just do CLS. Bam, it clears it, right? So every time the compiler reads this, it's gonna clear my screen. So let's run it. I'm gonna run it and I'm gonna show you. So when I run it, all right, it clears the screen. And then now I type in a number, say 22, type in a character, I'll say B. It gives me my result, right? Type Y to continue. I hit Y.
Clear.
Right. See what happens? So that way I don't have a scrolling screen of all kind of whatever. It just gives me a new screen each time of every new.
Hold on. Let me see that. Let me see that again. Go back.
Okay. The command is system, and what you're doing, you're breaking out of the compiler and going to the system. All right. And that's how sometimes people execute applications out through a compiler. They'll break out and say, okay, well, open up Word. You know what I'm saying? Or break out and open up whatever, or execute another executable file.
That's wild.
Does that make it where your header doesn't show up too?
No, yeah, right. Cause see what? Watch what
So would you know?
Huh? Oh yeah, I would know. But look, this is what normally would happen, or how you would do this. What you would do is you writing the code. Let me stop this. What you should do is this: have it clear and then do head. You understand? so that when I do run it, watch. See what I'm saying? See what happened? Now, and then when I type in 11 and I type in B, invalid criteria, but then if I say yes, it clears it again and give me a no, because it's going to always execute head each time. You understand? And this could be some instructions. That could be a company name and address, whatever. That could be whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Right. All right. But everybody see, and like I told y'all at the beginning of the semester, everything we learn, you're building on it. It's not like some of the other courses. Oh, I learned this. I can leave that alone, and now we moving on. You got to learn it. You can't let it go. You got to keep it. Got to practice it, because if you don't, just like I said with these ifs, then I give you a program with the while loop, but then it still got write a program that will perform until a student inputs or until a user inputs exit to exit out the program. But do this, do that, if the this, do that, and this. You still got if logic in it. You still got declarations. You still got constant value. You still got the compound if statements. You got and or maybe. So you got all that stuff still still there that you got to deal with. So you can't lose none of it. And when you go to 194, it's going to be a little bit more stuff that you're going to have to, So when you get to 194, it's going to be some stuff built up on top of what you already know. You know, so it's like you got to practice it. You got to practice. But what you was going to say?
Nothing.
Go ahead on and say.
I wasn't going to say nothing.
Oh, okay. All right. Any other question?
Nope. That's it.
Everybody see, you take that program and break it down. And notice how we had our if this, else this, all right? Oh, well, they said if it's A, do this. If it's B, do that. So what? If else. You understand? So and then what? If else, else, invalid criteria. So you got to be able to look at it, think it through, even flow chart it, and then be able to put it down on paper. But if I was you, man, like I say, take it. Okay, this is my if, this is my else. Put those curly braces. Okay, inside this if, I got another if. Inside these curly braces, I can't go out the boundaries because I got to know where one end and one begin. This is a good thing you can do also. Let me stop this. One good thing you can do, and we done wrote the program, but we could have done it while we was writing it. This is a if, all right? So you could say, okay, true body for, not true, invalid numbers, all right? So I just put a comment on that. And then this else starts here, and this else ends here, all right? Well, I didn't tab this one over. Well, no, let's see. Where's that else right here? Else right here. All right, so I could go here and say / okay, end of else for, okay. All right, so see what happens is now you kind of know, okay, this is my end for my else when a valid number is entered, okay? So where's the beginning? This is the beginning. All right, that's the end. So you can do that. Put comments in. You even put the comment for here. Okay, that's my if for valid code. All right, well it starts here and it ends here. So you're kind of marking it up, and then it's just the false logic. For code. All right. So if it's true, I'm doing all of this. All right. Starting right here, this if to here, and then this else to here. So if you had to say, okay, he want me to output invalid code in it and then do something, I know I have to do it within this these curly braces. You're not trying to figure out, okay, well, this curly brace or this curly brace. No, this one ends what? Valid number in it. Okay, so this one is the one for my code, for false code logic. So from here to here, I know I could put my information there. So it's some of those things. That's just programmer techniques to keep you abreast of where, what, how, whatever. And you could comment wherever you want in a program. It doesn't matter. But you can't put it before a statement. You have to put it after a statement. All right? Any other questions? Questions?
No.
I think that's it.
Okay, all right. But like I say, what I might need to do, like I say, I'll post the other programs. But like I say, we done started chapter 5. What I might need to do is do one session like this for the next set of programs, but not do the programs that you turning in, but have something similar, and we go through it, break down, and do whatever, and then hopefully that'll help you to get over the hump of doing the program. Right?
Yeah, this was pretty effective for
Okay.
me.
All right. Yeah, but it's not hard, but it's just time, just thinking it through, time consuming. Like I say, even with me, sometimes I miss the semicolon, I miss whatever. But most times I know exactly where to go or whatever, or looking at it and say, oh, semicolon, oh, the directives, oh, whatever. And over time, as you work with it, you're gonna build on your computer programming skills too. But you got to work at it. You got to work with it. Even if you're just sitting around at home, let me write a little code to do whatever. Let me write an if logic to see if I wanted to add. I'm inputting a number and see if I can check to see if that number is greater than whatever, or if it's between this number and this number, or if it's this number. If this number times 2 is less than whatever. Whatever, just play with it, and you'll start saying, "Oh, okay, I can do this. Oh, well, I can do it like this. Oh, I can do this." So when you face with circumstances or a computer problem or programming a problem, you're like, "Okay, I remember I could do this and I could do that," and it makes it much easier for you to start coding. All right.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Sylvester,
yeah.
what do I need to go over for the quiz that you posted?
Oh, did I post the and/or quiz too? Or I just posted, let me see something. Oh, I need to post quiz. I post the test. I need to post the quiz. What quiz? I need to post the and/or quiz and the combined assignment quiz too. But what quiz you talking about I posted?
December 24th.
No, I need to just add. I need to just change my dates. I just leave those dates there, and they can't be open until I actually assign it. What quiz you talking about?
The quiz that you just posted. You posted.
Yeah, you posted.
Games.
What quiz? I'm looking in Canvas. No.
Hold on.
You got test 4, chapter 4.
Right.
You posted something else. I don't know.
You did.
Oh,
there was a
course
quiz.
assessment. It's course assessment.
Oh, the assessment. Did y'all do it?
No,
No.
sir, not yet.
Oh, the assessment just for me to see where you stand, whatever. You're gonna take an assessment again at the end, but it's just to test to see if you know some of the things that we went over or whatnot. That's all it is.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So go ahead on and do that, and then I'm gonna see also if it actually recording the assessment. Because if it's not recording, then I need to go back and map it to our outcomes.
Okay.
Right.
As in, you want it to record?
No. When I say record, I'm not dealing with the webcam. I'm dealing with actually it taking the data and saving it, so I can see what problem you missed or got right or whatever. That's what I'm talking about when I say record. Yeah. So, and I need to post. I need to post this one. the quiz for. And it'll be due by Tuesday. What's Tuesday?
Ooh, why?
Okay, so this would be wrong way. All right, so that would be the 14th. Okay.
That's the assessment you making due on the 14th?
This the quizzes.
Okay.
The assessment due or was due when?
It's due on the 11th.
Oh yeah, you got time to do that. That's just a few problems. And you should be able to do those.
Is it all multiple choice?
Now you got to figure out some stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. But you should be able to do it. Take your time, go through it. Just like you write code. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Just like it. Yep.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Robinson. You gotta get off those video games and start compiling and start writing code, man.
I ain't played a video game in so long.
Yeah, you got because of my client?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, you gotta write that code, man. You gotta write that code.
I'll play my own video game before I play a game.
Right. See, but see that's the purpose. Hopefully you'll be writing your own code, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do and or, and I'm gonna make this one using responders. I want y'all to get used to that. I talked to y'all about that responders and how it worked, right?
Responders?
That lockdown browser.
What's the question about it? Excuse me.
I told y'all how you're gonna be going through it to take the test, huh?
Right.
I sent that link.
Yes, sir. You did.
Okay. All right. Right. Because make sure, like I say, because for the finals, you're gonna have to use the webcam. All right.
Right.
Yeah, the final would have the webcam on it. So I'm adding these quizzes of Chapter 4 read quiz, which is a bonus, that one. The Chapter 4 quiz and the and or, and I'm gonna put that one in responders, and then I'm gonna give you this one with expressions where I'm gonna give X a value, Y a value, and answer a value. And this I think have the plus in it. See here? Plus minus, which is somewhat what we went over today. Right? Right?
Right.
Okay. Paste and pay. Okay. All right. And so that should be. Oh, I need to remove that password. Yeah, because they don't get no password on there. Okay, save that. Okay. So all those are set, and I probably need to send an email to some of the rest of the students about the check canvas for those quizzes. So I know some gonna say, I didn't see the quiz. I didn't know we had a quiz to do. All right, Mr. Robinson?
Sure will.
All right. So anything else? Okay, that response. I need to put a response somewhere.
Pretty much it.
That's it?
Yes, sir.
All right. So like I say, what I'll do, I'll post this video too. So like I say, you'll be able to go back and look through this one and see coding and whatnot. And like
wait,
what's that?
You gonna post it and they gonna be able to hear?
Yeah, hear and see. What's wrong? Man, what's the problem? Listen, let me ask you something. What's wrong with learning? What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong with learning.
What's wrong with not knowing?
Nothing. I mean,
so what's the problem?
Me in the video is the problem.
How? You're not, well, you're not in the video, you're in the audio.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. It's good. All right.
Let me ask you something. I'm being what's your purpose? How would I say it? And I don't want to. I don't want to be negative, but I'm asking this question: where you see yourself after you get your degree? Huh? Where you see yourself?
Where do I see myself after I get the degree?
Right. Say like maybe in 3 years, 4 years. Where you see yourself?
Still in school. Going
In school? Where at?
Pennsylvania.
Okay. All right. Well, in school, that's cool. Now let me ask you this: what you think gonna happen when your teacher gives you an assignment that may be a group assignment, that may be an assignment where you have to present to a class or to a auditorium full of people? What you gonna do?
I'll have to get ready for it.
Huh?
I would have to get ready for it, but I'm not ready for it right now.
Yes, you are. The sooner you start, the sooner you'll develop. But just sitting there, oh no, I don't want to. Oh no, I don't. Opportunity passing you by. Opportunity passing you by. Right?
Right.
Listen, I'm gonna give you a scenario. All right. So say right now you saying, "Oh, I'm shy," or whatever it may be. Oh, I don't want this, that. I can't. I don't like being around people. I don't whatever. A job opportunity come up that you really, 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 really want. You really know you can do the job, and you come to me, Mr. Sylvester. Can you give me a reference letter? What you think I'm gonna tell you?
I don't know.
No, I don't think you're ready because you telling me, oh, Mr. Vesta, I can't, I can't. My voice, or I just don't like to be what. So I'm supposed to be confident in writing a letter saying that this man here, he's ready, he's prepared, he's outgoing, he's eager to learn, he's eager to do.
Which I am. It's just
no, you're not.
After the fact, like right now, like on the video. That this sort of a different scenario.
How? It's still teaching, it's still learning.
I'm not afraid to teach. I ain't afraid to speak in public, but it just feels different as a recording, just being up there.
Man. I don't know. I guess.
Ed over there agreeing with you, but he know how to talk. You know I ain't scared.
All right, man. But like I said, you got to get out of that, man. You got to, like I say, opportunities going to pass you by. Even just meeting people. Oh, hello, how you doing? I'm so-and-so. Oh, nice to meet you, whatever. Move on. Now, it might be nothing about a conversation of work or whatever, but the impression you left, like, oh, that guy there, he sounds like, or he seemed like, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody say, well, oh, here he's going to school or whatever. He's in a computer program. It's like, oh, okay, well, if he whatever, let him tell him check with him. You understand? Because of your character, because of your aura, because of whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if you're like, oh, how you do? Oh, okay, all right, then moving on. Oh yeah, just sitting there, standing off in the corner, just twiddling your fingers, looking in the air. You got to. It is not that you're trying to impress anybody. You're just trying to sell yourself as who you are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's all it is. Your best foot forward, in a sense. Yeah. You got to come out of that, man.
It's pretty good.
And then you're gonna learn that sometimes it's gonna be times where you don't know as much as you think you know, but that's not a problem. That could be a benefit. Because being around people who may know more about what you know, you get to learn it, if you understand what I'm saying, or add more to your repertoire and stuff like that. So it's not a bad thing, It's not a bad thing. Yeah, but you got to put that foot forward, man. You got to. All right?
Ooh.
All right, so I'll see y'all do my work, do my tests, the quizzes. And I'll see y'all on next Wednesday, all right?
For sure. Peace out.
All right. And I might
Uh,
post the assignments, but they'll just be out there with a date, past next week or something. But you'll be able to see them and maybe just try them or something and say, okay, I got questions about whatever. All right.
Sounds good.
All right then. Y'all have a good one. Be safe.
You
all
too.
right. You
All
too.
right. Bye bye.